Welcome to the Mayor's 19th Annual State of the Township Address, celebrating our partnerships. This is one of the events that I always look forward to each year. We are a township that doesn't sit still, thanks to our mayor here and his team. And the video never disappoints. My name is Anne Marie Almasi, and I'm the chairperson of the Woodbridge Metro Chamber of Commerce, and also president of Almasi Companies, a site contracting family of businesses located in Woodbridge, celebrating 100 years. Pretty amazing, I might say. It is with great pleasure that I introduce Holly Church Doyle, the amazing, awesome, always on target, Executive Director of the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce. Let's give Holly a big hand.
Thank you, Anne-Marie. So good afternoon. My name is Holly Church Doyle, and I am the proud Executive Director of the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce. It is my honor to welcome you to our annual State of the Township Address. The Chamber is proud to stand alongside local leaders, business owners, and community members. The Chamber remains committed to supporting our business community by fostering connections, advocating for business initiatives, and helping create an environment where entrepreneurs and established companies alike can succeed. We believe that when our businesses succeed, our entire community prospers. We also recognize the strong partnerships between local government, businesses, and residents are essential. Events like this afternoon remind us of the importance of collaboration and working together to address challenges and build a stronger future. As we listen to this afternoon's address, we look forward to hearing about the township's accomplishments and plans for continued growth, infrastructure improvements, and community development. The Chamber is ready to partner in these efforts and contribute wherever we can. Thank you for your continued support, your investment in our community, and your commitment to making Woodbridge a great place to live, work, and do business. I would like to take this opportunity to recognize and thank our generous event sponsors: WIC, Access Self-Storage, Hackensack Meridian Health, JFK University Medical Center, and Hackensack Meridian Health, Raritan Bay Medical Center, Northfield Bank, Acrashore, Optimum, Almasi, Hotels Unlimited, PSE&G, BestRentNJ.com, H2M Architects, Russo Development, Bush Law Group, the law offices of Nolan and Lang, T&M, CME Associates, Lehman Industries, Techie Geek, Comcast, Middlesex Water, Elizabethtown Gas, MSNB, we have a lot of friends here, I have to keep going, Wegmans, Empire State Bank, Monte Calvo and Bayshore Family of Companies, Willents, Federal Business Centers, District 19, and Raritan Bay YMCA. I would like to now introduce Father David Kosmosky from St. Andrew's Catholic Church, who offers today's invocation, who also came very last minute, so thank you, Father. Please remain standing after the invocation.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank the mayor for inviting me to this big event today. And I didn't know Woodbridge was in need of prayer, but here I am. So, thank you. So this is a big week for those Christians out there, including myself. Someone said we're preparing for the Super Bowl for Christians. So I want to wish you all a happy Easter, but whatever faith you are, please join me in prayer. Creator and source of all wisdom, as we gather today as neighbors, leaders, and friends to reflect on the journey of our township, we ask for the spirit of unity to settle over this room. As we hear the report of our progress, let us be mindful that a community is more than its infrastructure. It is the heart and hands of the people who live here. Grant our leaders clarity of vision and the courage to make decisions that serve the common good. May we celebrate our successes with humility and face our challenges with resistance. Let us leave here today not just informed, but inspired to build a future where every resident feels seen, safe, and valued. And we say, amen. 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 Thank you all.
Thank you, Father. Please direct your attention to the front of the dais as we welcome the Woodbridge Police Department Honor Guard to post the colors.
Honor Guard, forward, march!
Municipal Council President Sharon McAuliffe will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, followed by the Woodbridge High School Choir performing our national anthem.
Detail. Present arms.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please join me in thanking the Honor Guard for their presentation. Honor Guard, you are dismissed.
March.
We will now be entertained by the Woodbridge High School Choir under the direction of Lisa Romero as they offer a special State of the Township performance of I Love This Town.
I always knew that I like this place. You don't have to look too far to find a friendly face. I feel alive when I'm walking on the street. I feel the heartbeat of Woodbridge pounding underneath my feet. Yeah, let the world keep spinning round and round. This is where it all goes down, down, down. That's why I love this town. That's why I keep coming round. Say it, say it, say it, say it. You make me feel like home somehow right now. That's why I love this town. Sheriff's in the first, Howie Bowers in War II. Spillers at the third, and fourth has got me rude. Debbie Meehan is a voice of the faith that she's A-okay. Kyle Ryan, Janet Blue Smith, and Lawrence, and see now these away. Hey, let the world keep spinning round and round. This is where it all goes down, down, down. That's why I love this town. That's why I keep coming round. Say it, say it, say it, say it. You make me feel at home somehow right now. That's why I love this town. Colonia, Port Redding, Port Oakland, and PT. Seymour and Anna, now we're one community. There's Islip, there's two more, there's PT, one more now, and Woodbridge. Here we go again. That's why I love this town. That's why I love this town. No matter where you're from, tonight you're from right here. This is where it all goes down, down, down. That's why I love this town. Ernest and Maluka, John Mitch and Haggerty, the motto at your Gilly, Clapper, Crocker, and Leslie. I picture moving more down through this heat, college's feet, wash, push, back. What an awesome team. That's why I love this town. That's why I love this town. No matter where you're from, tonight you're from right here. This is where it all goes down, down, down. That's why I love this town. Say it, say it, say it, say it. I love this town. Say it, say it, say it, say it. I love this town. Say it, say it, say it, say it. I love this town.
Thank you, Lisa, and the Woodbridge High School Choir, always a highlight of our events. Thank you so much. It is now my pleasure to introduce Mayor John McCormick for the annual State of the Township Address.
Thank you. It is our extreme pleasure to present our 20th Annual State of the Township Address today to the families and businesses of Woodbridge Township. The theme of today's presentation is about partnerships with the many groups and organizations that we are proud to have developed relationships with over the years to work with our township administration for the betterment of the quality of life in Woodbridge Township. A main partner with Woodbridge is the Chamber of Commerce, which has never been as large, as active, as organized, or as well-led as it has been these past several years under the leadership of Holly Church-Doyle, who has made the Chamber an asset that we are all proud of. The Chamber Board, led by Jennifer DeJesus last year and Anne Marie Almasi this year, and its officers and members, along with Membership Director Mary Gable and Administrative Assistant Amanda Racconati, have made the Chamber a go-to entity that has helped us retain and attract businesses. Today, you will hear about the Township's many business success stories achieved with the help of the Chamber. Would the Chamber management and board members and everyday business members please stand and be recognized. Students are taught in the 4th grade about the different branches of government and how they serve as checks and balances on each other. Woodbridge Township is no different, as our Township Council, as the legislative branch, must approve virtually everything our administration does as the executive branch, from budgets to ordinances and resolutions and bill lists, and they take their oversight responsibility seriously. However, what the elementary school textbooks don't teach us is how the executive and legislative branches need to work together for the common good of their constituents. If they did, Woodbridge would be the case study at the end of that chapter. Just read the local news and see the absolute dysfunction in many municipalities with arguments and lawsuits and even fistfights between government officials, and mismanagement leading to layoffs and budget shortfalls and elimination of basic services. Woodbridge is clearly different. Our elected officials respect each other. We all work together. We socialize together. We know each other's families. We support each other's initiatives. We respect each other's opinions. When we disagree, we do it professionally. The Township Council genuinely supports our vision for the future of Woodbridge and makes suggestions to help us implement that vision. It's a great pleasure having this working relationship with our colleagues in public service. And we thank Sharon McAuliffe in Ward 1, Howie Bauer in Ward 2, Corey Spiller in Ward 3, Verbadra, otherwise known as Viru Patel in Ward 4, and Debbie Mead in Ward 5, along with at-large councilpersons Kyle Anderson, Lisbeth DeJesus, Brian Small, and Dan Harris. Each work for the benefit of Woodbridge as a whole, though each has their own specific areas of interest. Each attend functions and also run their own events, and each publicize the charitable events of all of our Woodbridge organizations. Would the council members in the audience please stand? Our most obvious partnership in town is one we speak about all the time, which is our fantastic long-term relationship with our Board of Education. The township, like many municipalities across the state of New Jersey, has always provided core services to the board, like trash and recycling pickup and snow plowing, and our two entities have always shared recreational facilities like gyms, tracks, and fields. We extended that by protecting the jobs of nearly 100 Woodbridge residents and by handling the board's custodial services 15 years ago. And we helped them with information technology, grant writing, and maintenance of their buildings and athletic facilities. We congratulate the board for their aggressive security measures to protect students, staff, and property. With an experienced former law enforcement officer on duty every minute of the school day in every school in the district, their commitment to safety is amazing. The township has been very successful retaining and attracting businesses, which you'll hear more about today, and we have always felt an obligation to share that success with our partners in the school district, which we have done for more than 12 years. We have helped them build 9 turf fields for baseball, softball, and soccer, along with tracks, tennis courts, gymnasiums, cricket fields, and other facilities used by students and the general public. We helped them pass an $87 million referendum in 2017 and another for $57 million in 2020 that brought 2 brand new schools in Avenel and Woodbridge proper, a practically new Woodbridge Middle School, and expanded schools in Ford, Seawarren, Island, and Colonian. Every council person and board member over this period has agreed with and supported this unprecedented partnership. We leased the former St. Cecilia School in Island for the overcrowded Kennedy Park School, which allowed the board to offer full-day kindergarten, an amenity that was sorely needed in Woodbridge. Every school in the district has received technology advances and security enhancements. Another new school is on the drawing board for a scheduled opening in September of 2028, with plans for Hope Lawn School 10 in an area which has not had an elementary school in over 40 years. Students now travel on buses over a half hour each way to 3 different schools, which negatively impacts their education and which prevents them and even their parents from being involved in after-school and PTO activities. The Township and Board of Education partnered in a land swap where the Township gave the board land at Clyde Avenue Park for the new school in exchange for the land where the former School 14 stood, which will now become a handicapped accessible playground, and unused acreage north and south of Lindcrest School 22 in Colonia, which will remain open space. On that note, we are also planning on installing at least 1 piece of handicapped accessible playground equipment at each of our parks. And we would like to thank local business owner Mark Bullock for his assistance with that effort and his inspiration in us moving forward. Also included in the 2026 plans with the board are an additional $30 million in improvements impacting all of the schools in the district for major repairs that will extend the useful life of the buildings. By the time the new School 10 is built, the Board of Education will have borrowed nearly $200 million for all of these school construction and improvement projects, and the Township has contractually agreed to pay and has been paying for the principal and interest on these bonds with revenues from payments in lieu of taxes or pilots from our warehouses, power plants, and retail centers, and not from amounts received from everyday property taxpayers. These investments by the Township have also had a tremendous positive impact on the school district operating budgets. New buildings and turf fields need little or no maintenance, and Township services eliminate outside contractors, which all leads to more funds being made available for academics and curriculum advancements. In over 560 municipalities in the state of New Jersey and over 600 school districts, there is not one other partnership, not one, like what we have here in Woodbridge. Elected officials elsewhere do not realize what we in Woodbridge know, and that is that both governing bodies represent the same taxpayers. People get caught up in who pays for what instead of evaluating what is being paid for. We share facilities and employees because charging each other makes no sense. When we tell other municipal officials that we speak with the superintendent of schools several times a week and that we meet officially once a month, and that we attend school events together all year, they are astounded. Dr. Joseph Massimino, our terrific superintendent, gets the same reaction in talking to school officials all over the state. We in the board realize that the old saying is true. A community is known by the schools it keeps. With Dr. Massimino and those affiliated with the Woodbridge Board of Education, as well as the board members, please stand and be recognized. We are lucky to should have a similar relationship with the elected and appointed officials of Middlesex County. Within our borders, we have county parks, county roads, county buildings, and county employees regularly interact with ours in areas like health and planning. In fact, the county recently reopened their township surrogate's office in our health center, which we greatly appreciate. Middlesex County has done an unbelievably good job in branding itself as a go-to location and destination, and they have excelled in healthcare, recreation, and infrastructure, and all state officials understand that Middlesex County is a force to be reckoned with. The county has been a financial partner with Woodbridge with nearly $10 million in grants over the last 6 years in areas like recycling, pedestrian safety, childhood lead poisoning, public safety, and senior services. Their $3 million grant in 2020 allowed us to purchase property on Cliff Road in Seawarren that led to a monumental environmental cleanup that turned into one of the nicest recreational areas in town. Their support of our Forts Park improvements led to one of the largest pickleball complexes in the state. Over the last 20 years, they have provided millions of dollars to purchase open space to keep it from being developed. The county paid half the cost of the new community playground in Merrill Park, which looks great and is already packed every day. It helps when any county has an elected commissioner who understands local government, and ours has just that with Charlie Kenny, a lifelong Woodbridge resident who served 16 years on our township council and decades with the Woodbridge Fire Department before joining the county board a dozen years ago. Charlie knows our town and he knows our needs, and most importantly, he knows all of us. Commissioner Director Ron Rios, who spends so much time here he might as well rent an apartment, and the remaining 5 commissioners joined Charlie to form a partnership that we truly appreciate and value. Will Charlie and Ron and anyone else affiliated with the County of Middlesex please stand? We are also very fortunate to have 2 of our 3 state legislators in the 19th District be from Woodbridge Township. 28-year veteran State Senator Joseph Vitale and 18-year veteran State Assemblyman Craig Coughlin. They are joined by Assemblywoman Yvonne Lopez of Perth Amboy, who just started her 9th year, to form the 3rd most experienced legislative team among the 40 districts in the state. Senator Vitale has championed healthcare throughout his legislative career, and that has paid dividends in Woodbridge with his help in nursing, mental health, substance abuse, and nursing home oversight. Joe has literally become one of the foremost statewide healthcare experts, and everyone in that field in the state knows and appreciates Joe's advocacy. Assemblyman Coughlin just started his record-breaking 5th term as the Speaker of the General Assembly, achieved because of his outstanding leadership and relationship-building abilities among members of both political parties who all greatly respect Craig. A couple dozen of us made the trip to Trenton to witness his historic swearing-in ceremony, and we are incredibly proud of Craig. But if you ask Craig what is his most proud moment in his years in the Assembly, it would not be his historic personal accomplishment, but rather his advocacy for those dealing with food insecurity. Craig has adopted that cause, which has led to an increased state awareness of the issue, the passage of 30 bills expanding school nutrition, direct benefits, and funding to food pantries and soup kitchens, and the creation of the only cabinet-level position in state government in the country to lead the cause to eliminate hunger. Woodbridge has been active in dealing with food insecurity since 1992, when Peter Barcelona helped found We Feed Woodbridge, but now with Craig's advocacy, we are tops in the state. Because of our state legislators, Trenton pays attention to Woodbridge. Our calls get returned, our questions get answered, our concerns are acted on, and our opinions are listened to. Most importantly, we get financial support in the form of grants, with nearly $40 million of state financial support over the last 6 state budgets. After the county helped us purchase the land in Seawarren, the state paid millions for the cleanup, and we will finish this project this year with dredging and new boat slips. A new dog park there will commence construction this year, again with state funding. The state also awarded Woodbridge $12 million for the Route 9 Main Street intersection improvements, which eliminated one of the worst traffic backlogs in town. The state provided funding to help us improve two very important buildings that were donated to the township. The former Hungarian Club, that is now the Acacia Center, and the former Hess Training Site, which is now the Cypress Center. Both are tremendous community resources renovated with minimal township dollars that are utilized nonstop by our school, church, civic, and community groups for fundraising events. We also have electric garbage trucks and electric senior buses, thanks to state grants. When your partners in state government have the experience, the responsibilities, and the relationships that our legislators have, it really does make a difference to residents and businesses in Woodbridge every single day. Would all of our state representatives and your staffs please stand and be recognized. We are also fortunate to have Congressman Frank Pallone representing Woodbridge. As we all know, it is not easy getting money out of Washington these days, and even when you get it, you might not keep it. Despite these challenges, Congressman Pallone has been able to get us a $4 million grant to refurbish and extend our Cliff Road Riverwalk in Seymour, and another $1.2 million for recreational improvements. His office is also very helpful with our residents dealing with federal issues, and that is very much appreciated. Thank you, Congressman Pallone. We took over the operation of the Woodbridge Township Ambulance and Rescue Squad late last year and are in discussions to purchase their building off Route 1 in Islip. We run our ambulance out of the Fords and Menlo Park Terrace firehouses and join the Avenel Colonia, Port Reading, and Colonia squads with their rigs at their buildings to give us 5 first aid locations across 25 square miles to serve our 103,000 residents. Each station has first aid squad members working in the buildings around the clock to shave all important minutes off response times. Our policy of sending the closest ambulance to a call, regardless of jurisdiction, gets our trained professionals to a scene even sooner. This is a partnership that has already saved and will continue to save lives all across Woodbridge. And we owe a great deal of gratitude to Police Director Joe Niskey, Chief Law Enforcement Officer Brian Murphy, and Emergency Services Coordinator Dennis Petrick for their leadership on this issue. Another significant partnership we have is with an amazing nonprofit entity serving individuals and families in our area, the Raritan Bay YMCA and their terrific leader, Steve Jobin. Our cooperation with the Y is as simple as them providing shelter for the Code Blue Service program, ensuring that nobody is left out in the cold during the winter. It's as basic as sharing their homeless outreach and case management program and their teams to help those in crisis with the safety net of programs and services. We purchased 2 3-bedroom homes with community development block grant funds to house some of our homeless population, and arranged to rent 9 apartment units with our affordable housing trust funds, and the Y makes sure these residents get the programs and services they need. However, nothing matches our joint venture to use affordable housing trust funds to help the Y contract to purchase a 28-unit apartment complex in the Hope Lawn section of the town with help from the state, county, and city of Perth Amboy. This building will provide 40 beds, which will be used to provide supportive housing for those in need, including those experiencing sudden emergency homelessness in both Woodbridge and Perth Amboy. It truly is a pleasure to work with Steve and his team and our partners, along with Perth Amboy Mayor Helman Kaba and his team, and everyone else who helped make this transaction possible, and we should have a title closing within the next 2 months. We once again thank Steve Jobin for his vision that really supports the YMCA's core mission to help the most fragile in our society, and we are proud to partner with him on this historic effort to help the neediest residents of our town. Steve, would you and your team please stand and take a bow? Another significant partnership in town is with Our House and Hope Autism Solutions, which runs programs for special needs adults in 2 of our township buildings, 1 and 2 rooms at the Cypress Center in Port Reading, and the other at the former Mount Carmel School in Woodbridge proper, now called the Nancy Bader Drum Education Center. Nearly 50 adults now have a place to gather daily to learn basic life skills and job training and get driven to jobs with plenty of time for recreational trips. We partnered with the Woodbridge Housing Authority and together built a new Red Oak Senior Housing Complex in Seawarren, replacing Stern Tower, and a new Green Oak Complex in Forge, replacing Olson Tower. The authority itself upgraded Finn and Adams Towers in Woodbridge proper, and we are now working on a new Cooper Tower in Island to be called Golden Oak, and we are also assisting with upgrades at Griner Tower in Colonia. It is a pleasure to work with the Executive Director of the Housing Authority, Elizabeth Knoll, and their board and team. Thank you, Liz. We work directly in partnership with our library system and its dedicated director, Monica Eppinger. Just listen to our weekly calls every Friday and the litany of events at our main library and branches in Fords, Colonia, and Island, and you will understand the depth of their community involvement. They have improved their infrastructure and technology while increasing membership, attention and functions, literacy programs, ESL programs, and other educational classes. The usage of their library resources has jumped enormously, and their entertainment offerings, especially to children, has been simply amazing. Thank you to Monica and our library board and library staff. Though we have no formal partnership agreements with the many other community, charitable, religious, and civic groups in Woodbridge, many share all of the characteristics of a partnership because of the way we all work together. Our over 50 houses of worship, the Woodbridge and Colonia Elks, our Rotary Club, Independent Club of Colonia, American Irish Association, Senior Billiards Club, Knights of Columbus Council, the Woodbridge Historical Association, Historic Preservation Commission, Cultural Arts Commission, Seawarren Library, Woodbridge and Island Special Improvements Districts, Ford's Business Community, and more, all help our residents and businesses every day. There are not many organizations in the county, state, or country where management would consider themselves in partnership with their labor force and employees, but Woodbridge Township is one. Local government leaders are nothing without their rank and file employees. People don't deal with a police director when they call for a police car. They deal directly with an officer. The public works director does not pick up trash or plow a street, but the laborer the resident sees does. You see a nurse, not the health director. You see a building inspector, not the planning director. You see the camp counselor or people running a race or a concert, not the recreation director. There is no better group of public employees anywhere in the state than in Woodbridge, and no town has the programs and services we offer thanks to them. We have terrific trash and recycling pickups, and our roads, parks, and buildings are in great shape. No town around plows streets after storms like our public works crews, and this year they were the best they've ever been. We have a nationally accredited police force like only a handful of other towns in the state. We are working hard on a state accreditation from the American Public Works Association and expect this year to be the first municipality in the state to achieve this designation. We have thousands of children playing in our sports leagues and over 5,000 members in our community center and over 3,000 in the Club of Woodbridge. Even though we no longer compete in the Sustainable New Jersey competition, to the glee of the rest of our municipal competitors in the state, no other town can come close to our record of environmental achievements. 6 senior centers, 3 youth centers, 6 social workers, a dozen senior transportation buses, 4 libraries, a theater, an art center, an art gallery, 4 nurses in the Township Health Center, a mobile health unit, an animal shelter, over 100 summer concerts, a dozen summer kid shows, running races, parades, over 50 public parks, a marina and boat launch, murals, community choir, drama group, Christmas and holiday activities for children and grown-ups, the best fireworks around, tooling around the town in Tommy Toolbox, Big Wheels Day, a free tree program, the fishing derby, senior and junior police academies, youth and government day, cleanups on Earth Day and National Public Lands Day, the New Jersey Senior Olympics, 2 Main Street fairs, and even more. We help those in need with a Have a Heart food drive every February. This year we collected over 21,000 pounds of food and more than $31,000 thanks to many of you here today. And we work together to collect coats for kids in winter and backpacks in the fall when school begins. We have ethnic and cultural events, Juneteenth, the Hispanic Heritage Festival, the India Day Parade and Pakistani Day Parade, Italian American Heritage Day, and our celebrated St. Patrick's Veterans Day and holiday parades. We raise flags for Black History Month, Women's History Month, Pride Month, mental health awareness, and EMT appreciation. We also recognize autism, childhood cancer, hydrocephalus, and breast cancer awareness with annual flag raisings before council meetings. We have experts in addiction services, domestic violence, and crisis management counselors, and many other categories you hope you never need help with, but they're here if you do. Our administrative team in Town Hall crosses all departments and divisions and handles multiple tasks, including Jennifer Burns in purchasing, Scott Kuzma in information technology, Darren Crocker in human resources, Rich Lorenzen in tax collecting, and Rich Duda in tax assessing, and their staffs. Manny Fernandez is our chief financial officer and is joined by his deputy, Mike Klepchak, and accountant Katie Mullen, who just put together $300 million in municipal budgets that kept property taxes stable, aside from our increase due to the assumption of first aid responsibilities. Our legal team of attorneys Jim Nolan, Eric Lang, and their law firm, plus our paralegal Carrie Morales, keep us all out of trouble with sound legal advice and flawless documents. Handling those documents and helping Township Clerk John Mitch is Deputy Clerk Cheryl Sharkey and a terrific crew of trained professionals. Today's event was also possible because of the effort of Communications Director John Haggerty and his superb team of Deputy Megan Kushba and her assistant Kelly with IE Walsh, and the amazing talents of our TV35 crew, led by Gina Forbes, Funny Man Joe Fernandez, Samantha Roth, Emil Brandolfi, Will Rubiano, and Bruno Martins, who film and air hundreds of events all year to keep our residents informed and sometimes entertained, as hopefully you will be later today. We also need to thank another group that few people see every day, but without which the township would not run as smoothly as it does, and that is the wonderful staff in the mayor's office. Our mayor's administrative assistant, Pam Lukes, the BA's administrative assistant, Nicolette Dunn, Jerry Mazurik, and Sherry Lichtenberg answer calls and handle visitors and mail and scheduling and keep us all on track. Their constituent service is very much appreciated, and they know who to send calls to both inside and outside of our local government. Simply put, we cannot be effective without them handling the day-to-day functions of running a mayor's office. We have over 900 full-time and 600 part-time employees that every day are the face of Woodbridge Township. They are who you need help from. They represent the mayor and township council and our administration. We could not possibly have all of these programs and services without the expertise and experience of the people running them, and they do it with professionalism and patience and smile. Your opinion about us is often a reflection of your opinion about them, and our election results reflect your satisfaction and overwhelming appreciation of the daily programs and services offered in Woodbridge Township through our great employees. Would the hardworking employees of Woodbridge Township please stand and be recognized? You guys all got the best seats. We mentioned economic development projects that are helping to pay the bills. Last year there was plenty of activity, we have even more planned for this year, thanks to the efforts of our redevelopment agency led by Director Carolyn Ehrlich, Planning Director Marta Darden, and Deputy Redevelopment Official Heather LaMotta. Our largest active project is the 10-story office building in Metro Park. that will house the corporate offices of Hackensack Meridian Health Services. Having the headquarters of the largest healthcare provider in the state in Woodbridge Township is a really big deal. The 250,000 square foot structure, which started last year and which will be fully open in 2 months, went up in record time and will include 60,000 square feet of a medical facility as the first of its kind ambulatory care service at a transit station in the nation. HMH is our newest partner in helping our residents, thanks to their utilization of an Aspire grant from the State Economic Development Authority, which requires them to spend $350,000 per year for 10 years in their host municipality, which will supplement our terrific health department with additional nursing staff and supplies, which will be especially helpful to our seniors and students. That project, along with the Brookfield 1 million square foot warehouse on the Perth-Amboy border, which will open early next year, will provide enough revenue through the payment in lieu of tax program to pay the principal and interest on bonds for the aforementioned $78 million in school projects being done from 2026 to 2028, including the new School 10, so our hardworking taxpayers do not have to pay for it. A few months ago, we went through the odd-year fall political process known as elections, where pilots were attacked once again, mostly by political hacks who show up every 2 years to challenge us on the topic, despite lacking any true knowledge of how township finances in general and pilots in particular work. They consistently give the impression that companies with pilot agreements do not pay any taxes. But the bottom line is that our current budget has $33 million in pilot revenues that comes in without limitation, unlike property taxes where increases are capped. When the funds are used for debt service, such as the school projects and township infrastructure, they can be appropriated without limitations on ordinary expenses, which are similarly capped. The pilot revenues equate to $775 per household this year, and without that revenue, property taxes would go up and programs and services would go down. It's that simple. So we will remind our critics of these realities when they return to council meetings next September. More projects that spanned last year into this year include the Cloverleaf Retail Center at the corner of Routes 1 and Route 35, which opened with National Organic Food Market Sprouts as the main tenant, and the complex is beautiful. We welcome Nasto's Ice Cream, Honeygrow Restaurant, Paris Spaghetti, Laser Away, Habit Burger Grill, Norman's Hallmark, Club Pilates, Hummus Republic, Alpha Fit Club, and Tropical Cafe to Cloverleaf, and they represent a growing number of upscale retail businesses very much welcomed in town. Violet's Restaurant is about to open across the street from Town Hall to give Main Street 5 great restaurants, including Costello's, Strickland's, Pino's, and Angelina's Kitchen. Speaking of Strickland's, they are expanding their highly rated steakhouse to the building next door for a banquet hall and specialty party seating to make the best even better. After moving his iconic 60-year salon business to the Avenue and Green complex, Vito Mazza broke ground on a 30-unit residential building complete with another soon-to-be-named restaurant. The company building 95 units at the corner of Main Street and Fulton also broke ground, and another restaurant will be located there. That's 7 restaurants in a quarter-mile stretch of Main Street, 5 of which will have opened in the last few years. The next time you hear someone complain about the apartments downtown, remind them that these apartments, along with many other new businesses like Playa Bowls, Perla, and Siwa Thai, would not be here without the customer base provided by this new housing. We finally watched the former Star Motel, City Motel, and the vacant dive bar next door get demolished for a new Councilman Corey Spiller from Avenel, which covers that area. Get demolished for a new hotel complete with another restaurant on Route 1 South in Avenel. In Colonia, Tim Hortons replaced the vacant bank building. Caroline's Tavern, not named after Carolyn Ehrlich, replaced Curtin's Restaurant under private ownership at our Avenel Performing Arts Center. Jersey Pizza Boys in Avenel moved across the street, and Wonder opened a takeout food service at the corner of Rahway Avenue and Green Street. The year 2026, already a quarter over, will see continued progress in economic development and quality of life improvements in Woodbridge Township. The biggest effort of 2026, and likely the next several years, will be the redevelopment of Woodbridge Center. Sage Hall Partners is the new owner of the mall, and they meet with us monthly to share ideas and get feedback about the interests of Woodbridge Township. The principal representing the owners, Dennis Darling, has a long and impressive history with local retailers and knows the industry cold, and their consulting firm is just as good, along with Brian Rubin, who works for the mall now, giving us confidence of success. A major stumbling block was removed when Sage Hall reached an agreement to purchase the Sears building and land around it. As one of the mall's anchor tenants, Sears had the power to impact any decisions made by the owners relative to the other 5 acres, and now that is no longer a hindrance. One thing the owners already know, though, is that the administration, along with the Township Council, and very likely the majority of our residents in town, would love to see Woodbridge Center come back to life and be the iconic location it once was in Woodbridge Township and throughout the state of New Jersey. The 1 million square foot warehouse in Avenel on the former site of the Woodbridge Development Center will soon have a tenant, as a lease is very close to being finalized. The tenant will require interior improvements and a parking deck, which will further increase our pilot revenue from the project. The Seahorn section of town will continue to get attention as the County of Middlesex recently commenced work on a pedestrian bridge from the back of the dog park across Smith Street, beyond our marina into Abington Williams Park, which the county owns. County funding will allow us to purchase 2 homes to expand the Anchor's parking lot, and a large vacant lot in the middle of Cliff Road will be dedicated open space and never built on to protect views of our waterways. Optimum and Verizon Fios have started building infrastructure in Woodbridge to combine with Comcast to offer a variety of streaming, cable, and phone services to our homes and businesses, something we have hoped for the last 2 decades. We are seeking developers for the 6-acre site on Rahway Avenue that was slated for the new school 4 and 5 years ago, before a newer Board of Education pivoted to building on the existing school site. We are still hoping for a medical use, but in no instance will we approve apartments or a warehouse on that site. The retail center across Route 1 from Woodbridge Center received a shot in the arm with last year's opening of Trader Joe's, but the owners are not stopping there. The national chain Ross Dress for Less shop recently opened there, and plans this year call for a new pad on the site, which will host a well-known and soon-to-be-announced casual restaurant and 2 other small retail stores. Around the corner, an upscale Indian restaurant, lounge, and sports bar from the Fine Indian Dining Group will replace the former TGI Fridays. Plans are being finalized to finally knock down the Liberty Tavern and Ford's and replace it with a brand new bar and restaurant. A vacant office building on Wood Avenue in Metro Park is planning 100 small individual office suites along with residential units. The owners of the 70-year-old Bristol Arms Apartments at the end of Gill Lane in Islin, walking distance from the Metro Park train station, are planning a renovation of the complex, which will be a very nice upgrade to that area. In a very unique plan, a redeveloper is interested in building very small apartments in Metro Park at about 500 square feet each in 1 room that functions as the kitchen, living room, and bedroom with a pull-down bed and slide-out furnitures that will be the very first of its kind in the state. We are putting our funding to match business funding and replace the 35-year-old sidewalks on Main Street with beautiful new brick pavers to make the area safer and more walkable and more attractive. We are matching similar funding by the predominantly Asian Indian Oak Tree Road businesses in Islin with the new sidewalk project there and a cost-sharing agreement with the county, which owns the road. That district is literally among the busiest in the state and is nationally known as the only place in America where the 4 largest jewelry stores in India will have branches when Joya Lucas later this year joins Malabar, Kalyan, and Tanishq. We're honored to have Governor Sherrill attend the groundbreaking of Peterson Commons next month. a first-of-its-kind 60-unit veteran housing complex located next to the Greens on Rahway Avenue in Evanel. This state-of-the-art complex will include programs and services right at the fingertips of those who fought long and hard to protect the freedoms that we enjoy today. The Township's commitment to veterans and our residents on active duty is considerable as we work with and support 6 VFWs, 3 American Legions, the Reinhardt Detachment of the Marine Corps League, and our Disabled Veterans Group with the Veterans Parade, our Support the Troops Rally, a somber and respectful Veterans Day luncheon, and our sponsorship of a statewide Veterans Forum at our community center. George Sneff leads our Veterans Alliance and is a fierce advocate for veteran services in Woodbridge. Would any veterans in the audience please stand and be recognized? The Woodbridge Bowling Center will soon see construction of a self-storage facility. An 18-unit market-rate senior housing complex will soon start construction off Route 1 on one side of Menlo Park Terrace for seniors whose Social Security and pension income are too high for them to qualify for subsidized housing, though they want to stay in Woodbridge close to their families. On the other side of the terrace will be Woodspring Suites, an extended stay facility which is currently under construction. Ford's has activity with the Park at Ford's residential complex on the former site of Olson Towers, and Dolce Restaurant at the former Villa Borghese will soon build a new restaurant with rooftop dining. We purchased a New Jersey Federal Credit Union building across Berry Street from Town Hall with the goal of moving the municipal court to that structure. Gary Kaler runs our court, the second busiest in the state, and we can always use more parking. We are planning for affordable housing in the long term, even though we have no more legal requirement to provide any as a result of past developments in town. Woodbridge met its legal obligation for affordable housing, but our moral obligation continues. Any new housing complexes would have a clear financial advantage over existing ones if they did not have to discount the rent on 15% of their units like the current complexes do. We recently passed an ordinance to level the playing field on a financial present value basis by requiring any new builders to give an upfront financial payment to the township for each affordable unit that is not built on site, and we will take that money and build affordable units where we think they are needed. Woodbridge Township itself runs as a business partnership with the managing partner, senior partners, and junior partners running the show. Our senior partners meet every Monday morning, including Business Administrator Vito Simaluka, Chief of Staff and Redevelopment Agency Chair Carolyn Ehrlich, Municipal Clerk John Mitch, and Communications Director John Haggard. There is simply no better leadership in local government anywhere else in the state of New Jersey. Each have 30 or more years serving in various capacities in government, including the last 20 running Woodbridge Township. Not many towns in New Jersey have their top 5 leaders with a combined 180 years of government experience. That number will change on May 1st, when Casey Wagner and his 11 years of service joins the senior partnership and takes over as business administrator for Vito Simaluka and his 43 years of service. Vito literally started at the bottom and rose to the top in a true business success story. His first full-time job was as a mechanic in public works, and he worked his way through the ranks there while also serving as a police reserve officer. Given his knowledge of ice hockey due to his son's stellar career in the sport, in 2008 we put him in charge of the ice rink at the community center, where he turned a financial loser into a profit maker. The next year he was running the whole center, and 2 years later he took over running the entire recreation department, which he ran for 9 years. While running recreation, he supervised millions of dollars in building upgrades to the club at Woodbridge after we purchased it in 2018, and oversaw the design and construction of the Avenel Performing Arts Center, which we opened up in 2019. After those projects, it became clear to us that Vito's next step would be as business administrator. And when the opening occurred in 2020, it took no time at all to promote Vito to that position. His performance has been outstanding, and he will be truly missed. Thank you, Vito. Casey Wagner has been the deputy BA for 6 years and has been mentored by Vito and the rest of us, and he is more than ready to assume the title of business administrator. We met Casey 11 years ago at Riffy's after his St. Patrick's Day parade, although I'm not really sure why I would have been there after an Irish parade. He introduced himself as the son and nephew of 2 employees who we knew well, and asked about possible career paths in government, as he had just graduated with a degree focusing on public management, policy analysis, and organizational leadership. He made such a positive impression on us right away that we hired him for the first opening we had in the mayor's office, and the rest is history as he worked his way up the ranks. We are incredibly confident in Casey's ability to run the operations of Woodbridge Township. Casey, best of luck. Patrick Muller will be Casey's deputy BA after working in the township for 17 years, including his current stint running the community center, and we're also looking forward to working with Patrick. Carolyn Ehrlich and John Mitch are senior partners with both legislative branch experience as former township council members, as well as executive branch experience as chief of staff and township clerk. John Haggerty rounds out the team with his dozens of years in both state and local government, making sure we are successful in our activities and our operations through oversight of one of the most important words in local government, communications. Tuesday mornings, the senior partner group expands to include department heads, Police Director Joe Niski, Public Works Director George Brew, Planning Director Marta Darden, Recreation Director Brian Molnar, Health Director David Kolodziński, Chief Financial Officer Manny Fernandez, Engineer Michael Gellin, and Senior Services Director Michelle Morgan. This group manages teams ranging from a dozen to a few hundred every day, servicing the needs of the residents of Woodbridge Township, and several have been with the township for more than 40 years. Our junior partners are the dozens of division heads throughout the township operation who run the day-to-day functions of the township incredibly well while striving to be senior partners. Casey's advancement to the senior partner team is proof that it can be done and gives the employees the hope of upward mobility working for the township. Everyone should remember, though, that there is currently no opening in the managing partner position. Would the terrific senior partners and junior partners of Woodbridge Township please stand and be recognized. The township, in conjunction with the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce, is celebrating the 250th birthday of the United States of America like towns all across the country. Woodbridge will have a gala celebration from 5 to 9 on June 10th at our community center. We have placed a gala invitation in each table with information as to how you can support the 250th through sponsorship, advertising, and tickets, which will raise money for the Woodbridge Community Charity Fund. The charity fund provides financial support for those suddenly in need due to emergencies like fires and floods, or those in need due to illnesses or other causes. It provides scholarships for schooling and other educational causes, and supports programs and services for our senior clubs and senior centers, youth leagues, civic groups, church groups, and more, mainly covering expenditures that are not able to be made from government sources. Many other township events celebrating America's 250th birthday are being planned for this spring, so stay tuned to our social media for all the events, programs, and celebrations. In closing, our important partnerships with our leaders, our employees, our fellow government and school officials, our community organizations, and our business community all contributed to making 2025 a great year and promise to make 2026 even better. Each of our 103,000 residents is in a partnership with us too, as we make your lives better, easier, more affordable, and more fun. Woodbridge is business friendly, which generates the funds needed to improve the quality of life for our seniors, families, and children, while helping those less fortunate and in need through our humanitarian efforts. The state of Woodbridge Township is once again outstanding, and we thank everyone listening in this room, watching this address on TV, or reading about it online, in our newsletter, or in the media, for helping us make Woodbridge Township the best town around. Thank you. No, there's no more. And now for your entertainment pleasure is our annual entertainment skit featuring the actors and actresses employed by Woodbridge Township.
Welcome to the airport. When approaching check-in, please state your name and what section of Woodbridge you live in. You will be given 5 minutes to complete your check-in, which includes any time the staff has to respond to your silly questions. Please do not bring your ridiculous signs to the airport, as nobody wants to see them. I will notify you when you have 1 minute left to complete your check-in. If you cannot finish within 5 minutes, you must rebook your flight for 2 weeks from now. If you do not have an idea of what you want to talk about, just wait until others speak first and then say exactly what they already said. Thank you. The public check-in is now open.
Hello.
Mr. Mayor, you have a call from Assembly Speaker Mayo.
Hello, this is John McCormick.
John, you have to explain these pilots to me again. Nobody believes me when I tell them how good they are.
Oh, well, what I was trying to say was that...
Sorry, Mayor, but you have an emergency call from Washington from Congressman Ham on line 5.
Okay, give me Ham on 5. Hold the mail. Hello, Congressman Ham. What can I do for you?
It's not Congressman Ham, Mayor. It's me, Sam.
Sam?
Samantha from Public Works.
This is Sam, not Ham?
Yes, Sam, I am.
Well, what did you do with Ham?
Oh, he's at a breakfast meeting having green eggs and ham.
Gee, I hope the rest of the jokes in this skit are funnier than that one.
Mayor, I just want you to know that there is something happening in the council chambers.
The council chambers? What is it?
Well, it's a room where the governing body meets to pass laws, make decisions, and handle community issues. But that's not important now. A class trip finished visiting Public Works and are now waiting for you there.
Well, I'm on my way.
Boys and girls, this is Mayor McCormick, who leads this town.
Welcome, boys and girls, to the best town around.
Hello, Mayor.
Mayor, don't you think we should take questions from the students?
Great idea, Mark.
How long have you had this job for?
Well...
I meant Officer Mark.
I've been a police officer for 12 years.
How did you get your job?
Well, It all started with an election.
No, I was asking Officer Mark.
Oh.
Well, I studied real hard and I took a test. And then, once I passed the test, I had to do an interview, and they really liked me. Now, does anyone have any questions specifically for the mayor?
Surely you have a question.
Yes, I do, Mr. Mayor, but don't call me Shirley.
A question. Great. What is it?
Well, it's an interrogatory used when a person does not know a fact, figure, or something else they wish to know, but that's not important right now.
Can you just ask me a question?
Can you ask Officer Mark what his favorite part of the job is?
The best part of my job is working with the great people of this township, just like you guys.
That's great, Mark. All right, let's move on to something else. Why don't you guys tell me what you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a baseball player for the New York Yankees, like Aaron Judge.
Yeah, what's your backup plan?
I want to be a singer and write songs and make billions, like Taylor Swift.
Yeah, that's realistic.
I want to be a pilot.
A pilot?
Mayor, maybe the students would like to learn about pilots.
Yeah, like you talk on bam, bam, bam.
You mean like JJ the jet plane? Zoom, zoom.
Not those kind of pilots, boys and girls. These are more financial. Do you know what pilot stands for?
People in love with teachers? Principals in lots of trouble?
No, boys and girls. Pilot stands for payment in lieu of taxes. It's a different type of pilot altogether.
It's a different type of pilot.
Well, what a pilot means is businesses don't pay regular taxes. They get a bit of a discount, and you take what the assessed value would be, and you multiply it by a percentage, and you account for the square footage of the building, and the acreage of the property, and then you make a calculation and compare it to the administrative fees times what the factor would have been.
30 minutes later.
And then when you multiply that percentage times the factor, accounting for the crossover and the times when the taxes normally would be higher, and it becomes that, but it maintains the integrity of the taxes even though it's a pilot. You understand, right?
Mayor, we have an emergency.
An emergency? What is it?
Well, it's a serious, unexpected situation which requires immediate attention, but that's not important now. We have a bad snowstorm with our township plane flying in it, and then we have Major Vito, and then we have Captain Casey, and also flight attendants Heather and Jennifer, and they're in trouble.
I'll get them on the line. Ground control to Major Vito. Ground control to Captain Casey. What's going on up there? Hey, Heather, how's the weather?
Mayor, we're in the middle of a terrible storm. We're not going to make it back to the airport. It's like nothing I've ever seen before.
Nothing you've seen before? Surely you can't be serious.
Yes, I'm serious, and don't call me Shirley.
Major Vito, are you over Woodbridge?
I'll never get over Woodbridge. We can't land in Newark, and we don't have enough fuel to land in JFK. We're gonna have to put it down somewhere in Woodbridge.
Mayor, you have to come up with a plan.
Mayor, look, the weather is getting really bad. Surely there's something we can do.
There is something we can do. And don't call me Shirley. I picked a bad week to give up Girl Scout cookies.
Councilman Spiller on the phone.
Oh, hey, what's the story, Corey? Hey, watch your step, Clep.
Marta Darden just showed up unexpectedly.
I beg your pardon, Darden.
Councilman Anderson on the line.
Hey, Kyle. Hey, I like your style.
Mayor, can you sign this?
You're off your rocker cracker. What do you make of this?
Well, I can make a hat. I can make a pretty flower brooch. Or I can make an airplane.
Councilwoman Meehan on the horn.
Yo, what are you seeing, Meehan?
Councilman Bauer on the hook.
Hey, don't be so sour, Bauer.
Councilman Small on the telly.
Come on, we're trying, Brian.
Councilman De Jesus is burning up the wire.
Hey, mind your own biz, Liz.
Councilman Harris on the ringer.
You the man, Dan.
Councilman Patel on the phone.
Sorry, nothing rhymes with Viru, Viru. You want your own line? Your first name is Verbadra. Nothing rhymes with Verbadra. Okay, how about this? Verbadra, Verbadra, Popadra, Banana, Bana, Bobadra, Fee, Fi, Fofadra, Verbadra.
Mayor, it looks like we have a real issue with the weather.
The weather? What is it?
It's an atmospheric condition that includes the temperature, the dryness, but that's not important. What's important is it's gonna snow.
We're going to have to get Main Street cleared for an emergency plane landing. How long till we get it plowed?
I can't tell.
You can't tell me, I'm the mayor.
I mean, I'm not sure.
Well, can't you guess?
Not for a few more hours.
You can't guess for a few more hours?
I've had it. I'm gonna get another cup of coffee. I'm out of here.
Carol never has another cup of coffee upstairs in the office. Looks like I picked a bad week to give up Diet Raspberry Snapple. Well, if there's one team that can get this road cleared, it's George and the Brew Crew from Woodbridge. Nobody plows roads like they can.
But if you plow the roads, how are the planes gonna see where to go?
Don't worry. Police Director Nitzke is going to get all the vehicles from the light parade to light up and go down Main Street so the plane can see where to go.
Okay, crew, let's start from the beginning.
Well, 357 years ago, Reverend John Woodbridge founded this town in central New Jersey. It was named after him, and it was incorporated.
I meant from tonight.
This young man would like to see the cockpit.
Wow, you're Vito Simaluga, the Township Business Administrator. And you're Casey Wagner, his deputy. Your opponents think you and the rest of the council are all figureheads and just do whatever the mayor wants you to do.
All right, that's enough. We're out of here. And by the way, all the passengers are worried out there. Good luck.
Don't you think we should make an announcement?
I don't need a pen, Jen. May I have your attention, please? Major Vito is in complete control of the plane. We are flying through a major snowstorm, and lightning has hit the plane, and we have lost complete communication with ground control, and we're losing cabin pressure quickly.
Are you sure you're telling them everything?
And we're out of Miller Lite.
We need to go in sport mode. You're right.
Wow, I almost clipped a piece of that apartment building off on Main Street.
That's okay. Our opponents think we have too many anyhow.
I just want you to know that we're all counting on you out there. Good luck.
Look, there's the plane. There's the road. It's all cleared. This is our only hope. We just need Major Vito to succeed one more time. I hope he can make it.
Just kidding.
Oh, I guess I picked a bad week to give up cinnamon raisin bagels lightly buttered. That bagel was sponsored by Not Just Bagels at 99 Main Street, phone number 1732-750-1999, and on the gram at Not Just Bagels with a K.
I'm First Ward Councilwoman Sharon McAuliffe, and I approve this message.
I hope they're gonna make it!
believe they did it!
Yeah!
Wow, I can't believe we're still alive. I just can't take it anymore. I've been with this airline for 43 years. I started as a mechanic, and now I'm an airline pilot. I'm turning it over to you, kid. Thank you, everyone, for everything. Truly appreciate everything you've did for me. It's time for me to check out.
I just want you to know we're all counting on you out there. Good luck.
The following day.
Hello, Congressman Ham. What can I do for you? Oh, no, I don't do that.
No.
I blew the first line. What's my next line?
Hello, this is John McCormick.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's fine, because I want to see his face. It's the perfect spot.
No one wants to see my face. What's my next line? All right. What was my line again? If I got the first two lines down, hello and hello, this is John McCormick. Oh, no, what did you do with Sam? Ham? All right, Jesus. Mary and St. Patrick. Why don't you everybody leave? If I can't get this right, you both work for me. You're employed at my discretion and you're laughing at me. Oh, it didn't say 5 again. 5. What? Stop. You just interrupted the whole thing. You're throwing us off. No, boys and girls. That's I made that up. Yeah, I have no idea. I picked a bad week to give up Girl Scout cookies. Oh, that was already bit.
All right, good. And we'll move to...
Good, these cookies suck. What's my line after that?
That's a question. Great. What is it?
All right. What's the next line?
Question.
No, 6 is over here.
Okay.
I can't act, but I can count.
So 7 and 8. That was good.
Wait, can she do this in English?
Listen, there's nothing wrong with my accent.
Nothing wrong with your accent. No, I know, but it's just not. It's not normal. I don't think anyone's going to understand it the way you're speaking.
Somebody told me I really should not change it.
I think you should do this one in English. Emergency plane landing. Can we help?
Throat tie.
No.
You missed. To make a brooch, or I can make a plane.
No. Too obvious.
Right
Stand
up.
next to me.
I got it. I got it.
Oh, behind her back.
I got it. Give me a minute, because I can make an airplane.
You gotta put the... Wait, you gotta put the...
You gotta get rid of that.
Do we look in shape sitting here? How do we look? On both cameras? Yeah.
You look buff.
Everybody suck it in.
Casey looks buff. I can't. He looks buff. I can't hold it that long.
Mayor, it's like nothing I've ever seen before.
Wrong line.
Do it again.
Jeez, we just started.
Mayor, we're in a terrible storm.
I want to say the other line.
We'll have to put it down somewhere in Woodbridge.
Stacy, it's your line next.
Stop. In my defense, I only read page
I'm
8
leaving the
and I
place
was
to
the top
him.
of it.
I'm leaving the place to him, all right? Can I get a cigarette? Can we have blocked this scene before we did this? I can't work like this.
Well, I had the first good one. They said it was no.
You know what? The Oscars were just last night. I thought we had enough time to get into the cycle for next season, but I guess not.
Mayor, you got to come up with a plan. All right, somebody say action.
Lieutenant Dan, you got new legs.
You got magic legs.
You got new legs.
Major Vito, are you almost over Woodbridge?
I'll never be over Woodbridge.
I got one over there.
You're not going anywhere.
Oh, Luke Caprazzi.
And we've lost all communication with ground control. And
We need to go into sport mode.
We do.
Oh crap, my thing came off.
I don't know if this chair could take too many more cuts of swaying.
I almost clipped that building on Main Street. I almost clipped a piece of that building off Main Street. I was supposed to say.
I think Jen's the problem.
Okay. and wave.
All right.
And then we're gonna do another.
I gotta hold this and wave. Good lord.
Use your other hand.
You're right.
Let's go.
It just gets better and better every year. I don't know what you're going to do next year. Yeah. So before we make a very, very, very significant presentation, I would like to thank our 2026 sustaining sponsors. These sponsors committed to a full year of partnership with the Woodbridge Chamber of Commerce. Optimum, Northfield Bank, Hackensack Meridian JFK Medical Center, and Hackensack Meridian Raritan Bay Medical Center, Lehman Industries, Middlesex Water, Techie Geek, Monte Calvo and Bayshore Family of Companies, Empire State Bank, Minuteman Press of Edison, Almacy Site Contractors, Stone Mountain Printing, and Access Self-Storage. So before we make our presentation and before we pull the 50-50, I would like to thank Nothing Bundt Cakes for donating over 300 pieces of deliciousness for this event. So no fighting over flavors, please. We try to alternate it as best as possible. So please, frequent Nothing But Cakes, very generous of them. Vito, congratulations. Thank you for your partnership. And Casey, best wishes and congratulations. So on behalf of the Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and staff, we are proud to present the mayor with a key to the Chamber of Commerce, which is a huge honor. Because last time I checked, the Chamber of Commerce does not have a key to the city or the township. So hint, hint, right? Hint, hint. So key to the Chamber of Commerce. So thank you, Mayor, for your partnership. Thank you.